I am born and brought up in Berhampur, Ganja, wherein I have passed most of my primary education. I have passed 10th standard from St. Vincent Convent School and 12th standard from DAV Public School, Berhampur. Thereafter, I completed my graduation in 2020 in Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology. At present, I am doing my post-graduation in the Department of Forest Products and Utilization.
Okay. So, why you want to join civil service?
Sir, a civil service will provide me a broad perspective towards the society, and also it provides a diverse field to work on. For example, it will help me give an exposure towards health sector, education sector and various other sectors. It will enhance my exposure to various fields and increase my experience.
Okay. So, you have agriculture option. Okay. So, can you please tell me what are the steps taken by the Government of India to increase the farmer income or doubling the farmer income?
Sir, the Government of India has approached a holistic way to improve the farmers' subsistence and also to double the farmers' income in the form of Beej se Bazaar tak.
Okay.
That is starting from the seed to the marketing, the various sector, the various process have been overtaken by the government. For seed, a high yielding variety of seeds are provided to the farmers, and also for fertilizer, PM Pranam scheme for organic fertilizer, and also the Bharat brand is established to have a uniform brand throughout the country for the fertilizers. And also, sir, for irrigation, PM Kusum for solar pumps we have, and also per drop more crop, PM Krishi Sinchai Yojana we have, and also for marketing we have ENAM, electronically connected mandis and APMC to help the farmers to sell their produce.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in agriculture previously we have around 40% contribution to the GDP. Now it is reduced to 16 to 17%. Where is the problem in agriculture sector, and also particularly the youth in the rural area, they are not interested to engage themselves in the agriculture field, rather than they want to migrate to some different state to employ them in service. So where you find the difficulties in agriculture sector?
So first I would say the production and productivity are less because due to various reasons, like for example soil, the soil structure is not good, or the fertilizer availability is not good, and also so farmers are not opting for crop rotation or crop diversification. Instead they are stick to crop monocropping. For example, they are growing only paddy. We can substitute that with intercrop like groundnut and green gram can also be grown. So in that case that can be done. And also sir, through agroforestry the farmers income can be improved, and for due to the decrease in productivity they are opting for other employments like in manufacturing or service sectors, sir.
So in agriculture we are much more focusing on millet. So 2023 is known as the International Year of Millet. Why so much focus on millet? What is the benefit of millet?
Sir, benefit of millet we can say the triple C, that is it is beneficial for cultivator, the consumer and for climate, sir. Because for the cultivator it requires less fertilizer, or it doesn't require a specific type of soil, so it can be grown in any kind of soil, and also it requires less water, it can sustain drought conditions, so it is helpful for the cultivator. Also for the consumer, sir, because it has high nutritious values, it has high protein, gluten free, so it is helpful for the consumer for a balanced diet. And also sir, climate, because it doesn't use much water, so the underground water table of the area is maintained.
So forestry also. Forestry, why forestry is important for our environment as well as for our economy?
So forestry, So climate change and global warming are the serious cause we are facing today, sir. So to decrease that, the first thing we have to do is to increase the forest cover and the tree cover, because due to deforestation, illegal smuggling from the forest area of timber and non-timber forest produce, and also wildlife smuggling. So we are decreasing the wild resources.
What is Mission Life?
So Mission Life is a initiative taken up by the Government of India. It stands for Lifestyle for Environment. It says that we should adopt certain things or certain approach towards life so that we do not hamper the natural stability and decrease the ecological stability. So, for example.
Okay.
So, for example, we need to ride a bicycle instead of taking up a motorcycle to the park or the gym. So, it will keep our body healthy, and also it will be beneficial for the environment. So.
What is MISTI program?
So, MISTI program is an initiative by the Government of India in order to protect the mangrove ecosystems.
Okay. What is the benefit of mangrove forest?
So mangroves are mangroves are the evergreen forest. They grow mostly in the coastal area or the saline areas. So they protect from the approaching floods, and also they serve as the fishery to fish productions. They are ecotone zone, so they protect the biodiversity of the area and also provide socio-economic help to the local communities.
Okay, what about the climate change? Is there any contribution? There is in G20 last year, we have created a group, Mangrove Alliance for Climate, or MAC. So what is the intention? What is how mangrove is connected to climate change?
So mangroves, they act as carbon stock. In that way, the carbon dioxide concentration is decreased, so it helps in decreasing the global warming.
Okay, so carbon sink, they act as a carbon sink, as well as they can act as a speed breaker during cyclone also. They can reduce the speed of the cyclone also. Yes. Okay, so why there is a conflict between human and animal, particularly elephant? What are the causes for the human-animal conflict, or any steps we are taking in that direction?
So the negative interaction between the man and the elephant is the man-animal conflict. So first of all, the elephants engrosses into the farmer's field or the villager's field crops and eat away the crops, because it has less food in its own habitat, so it encroaches the human land. And in order to protect its own land, the man kills the animal. So it is a both negative interaction between the both. So the steps we have taken to decrease the human-animal conflicts. First of all, electric lines are constructed to move away the elephants, and also, sir, the siren program is there. In this, the honeybee combs are given a siren in which they help in moving away the elephant. And also, sir, seed ball program is there, in which seeds are made into the form of a ball and is given at the forest area or the elephant habitat, so that it doesn't encroach the human field, agricultural field.
Okay, very good. So this year, we have seen there is a forest fire in Canada also. Last year there is a forest fire in Amazon forest, and Similpal also we saw forest fire. So what is the cause behind the forest fire, and how we can avoid forest fire?
So the causes may be natural or the anthropogenic, sir. Natural causes may be due to thunderstorm, and anthropogenic cause may be due to negligence of the foresters or the local communities dwelling in the forest. They go and suppose they unknowingly they do not care to put away the campfire or the BD cigarette. They do not do not care to put off that, and since the fuel load is a very good fire catcher, so there is wildfire. So, and how to avoid, we need to increase the awareness among the tribal communities to avoid the things they are doing, and also we can construct fire lines to avoid the spread of fire, and also we can promote posters and plays basically to aware the local communities. So
Okay. Uh, you are belong to which district?
Ganjam.
Ganjam. Okay. So tell me, what are the major challenges in Ganjam?
So Ganjam, since it is a coastal area, there is frequent cyclones and flood, and also there is farmer distress always. And also there is industrial distress for pollution. For example, the Deepak fertilizer industry had controversial with the local community because it was polluting the
Okay, so
local.
recently Ganjam also get the best district among the country for disaster management also. They have received. So tell me, for disaster management, suppose you are the collector of Ganjam, and what are the steps you will take to uh, in case of emergency or cyclone or flood, what are the steps you will take?
First of all, we need to contact the meteorological department and get a pre notice of that, and provide that to the local communities. And secondly, if the flood is uncontrollable, we need to have the NDRF or the state disaster relief body to help to relocate the people to the shelter belts. Thereafter, we need to look after their basic requirements like food, water, that we need to look after some. And after the effect, we need to give them a good shelter to to so.
Okay. So, bamboo previously it was a tree, now it is removed from the tree list. So, why we have removed bamboo from the tree list? Any specific cause?
Sir, bamboo now it is a non-timber forest product. Bamboo is used by the local communities for the subsistence, and also it acts as an economical thing because they make bamboo baskets and other things which they sell in the markets. By giving it a tree status, it will be illegal for the local communities to cut down the bamboo. So it has to be a non-timber forest produce, so that there will be no legal burden on the local communities.
So, now there is a changes in the Forest Conservation Act. Recently in 2022 we have updated certain provision in Forest Conservation Act. Do we have any idea on that?
Forest Conservation Act. So, as per my knowledge, there is National Forest Policy 1988, that is the latest one. According to which the 33% forest area need to be there, and okay.
So, can the forest land diverted to non for developmental project, or the or tribal forest land can diverted into the developmental project of the government?
Sir, it is not ethical to divert a forest land to a non-forest land. So, first of
So now previously what are the law? According to the forest conservation law, previously the non-forest land cannot diverted to for a development work. So now in 2022 there are some changes where suppose you are giving the forest land to some industries like Phosphocare. So they are actually supposed to cut down the tree or deforestation. So what are now non-forest land, forest land can be given to them, but in return, what is the mechanism?
So, if forest land are converted to non-forest areas, then there has to be reforestation programs in the form of CAMPA, compensatory afforestation. The the area that is cut down from the natural forest has to be artificially regenerated at a certain other area. So.
Yeah, very good. I am expecting that only. Okay. So, what is the basic difference between nano liquid urea and the previously used the nitrogen fertilizer?
So, nano liquid urea is a slow releasing nitrogen fertilizer. So, the nitrogen does not get released at a time in a huge quantity, it gets slowly released. So,
Okay.
yes, so it is beneficial for the crop. The previously used urea, it was used a certain amount in a large quantity, and there was leaching problems. So that is why we are using nano urea.
Okay. So, what is PM program?
So PM Pranam is an initiative of the Government of India to switch from chemical fertilizer to the organic fertilizers in order to decrease pollution of the soil and water bodies, and also to improve the nutritional quality of the food.
Okay, can India shifted from uh, our fertilizer based agriculture to total organic farming?
Sir, at present it is not possible, sir, because we have already seen a drastic economic breakdown in Sri Lanka, which opted for only the organic fertilizer. So in India, we must adopt a mixed kind of structure in which organic fertilizers as well as a small quantity of chemical fertilizers are used, so that the production and productivity of the crops is maintained.
Okay, recently we saw that in Russia-Ukraine war, India is absent in the Security Council to vote against Russia. So, what is your thought on this? Do you think that we are indirectly supporting to Russia?
Sir, history has said that the global powers keep shifting from one side to the other. So we cannot rely. So the two global powers we can say today is the USA and the Australia USSR or the Russia. So we cannot rely on one particular global power for our subsistence. So we need to have a balance between the two powers. So Russia had been our old friend and USA is our new friend. So we cannot go against Russia, and also we cannot go against USSR. So for our own benefit, we are maintaining a neutral status because we have oil and indigenous aircraft, not indigenous aircraft are being manufactured with the help from Russia. So that is why Russia is a good friend of us. So we are not promoting the Russia-Ukraine war. We are not, as we have already said, that today is not the world of wars. Today is a world of peace.
Okay. So, how you see the presidency of G20 given to India? So, what will be, how you see G20 at India in 2023?
So, being the president of the G20, we have a huge opportunity in various fields. We have in the field of global alliance for trade, and also, sir, for climate change we are taking a stand like the mission life, and also we are promoting renewable sources of energy like, for example, International Solar Alliance. So I think we have a great opportunity.
Okay. Suppose you are also the best oral presentation award in Odisha Vigyan Parishad Congress. What you have presented there?
Sir, I had presented the production of biogas from the weeds. The weeds that is particularly the Iconia crassei, that is huge drastic for the marine ecosystem. So, but it is a fast growing weed. So we are converting that particular weed to the biogas.
Okay. You are also first in the district youth parliament festival. So what in that festival you have done?
So it was a kind of interaction between the different participants about different issues.
Okay. So what is your take on uniform civil code? Should India go for uniform civil code, or should we follow the personal laws?
So uniform civil code is a set of rules that says uniform rules would be applied for civil cases like marriage, divorce, adoption. So we cannot today I think there is a need for consensus between the different communities, because because India is a land of diverse religions. If we are providing UCC, then we are going with the right to equality, and if we are not providing UCC, then we are going against the right to religious beliefs. So there is a conflict between the two fundamental rights, though it is a DPSP. So I think there needs to be a consensus first of all, from different communities and the regional leaders and groups, and there has to be a balanced situation in which we can neither hamper the religious beliefs or the trust of the religious communities, and also we do not hamper the rights of the people. For example, in the Shah Banu Begum case, so the alimony right of the widow alimony right of the divorced woman, so it has to be granted, but in the Muslim civil code triple talaq is also.
Okay, so recently there are some allegations that civil servant, they are going in the ground, and the personal secretary to chief minister, they are moving in the ground and announce the public policy and the government schemes which a minister should do. Do you think that it is a violation of the civil service conduct rule?
Sir,
Or do you think that the personal secretary to CM
yes,
violate the civil service conduct rule?
sir, it is definitely a violation of the civil conduct rule, because the civil servant should not act as a minister and declaring the policies. But since in Odisha case, he is said to be the closest friend of our chief minister, so the chief minister has the right to.
So what should you do in that case?
So there has to be a civil conduct rules maintained.
Okay. So you are a gold medal in firing in NCC. Okay. So you know how to fire.
Yes.
So you firing you have
Yes,
done.
sir.
So what is your take on this? The policemen who are the protector of the state. If one policeman is firing one cabinet minister, how do you think that they will give the protection to the state people? How do you think that they will maintain the law and order? How you see the recent case where the cabinet minister, a health minister, is shot by a police person?
Sir, first of all, it is a value-based matter. So one has to distinguish between the professional and the personal life. He has to see that he has a position in which he should respect the position and dignity of the rank he is holding. So I do not encourage the kind of situation that has arisen, but definitely there should be proper training at the training level, I think.
Okay.
Like for the value systems.
Okay. So maximum governance, minimum government. So what are the steps taken by the government of Odisha in that direction?
So maximum governance, minimum government. So the 60 program in the Sarkar has been adopted by the government of Odisha to increase the transparency and accountability of the government. So through 60 it ensures transparency, and through Sarkar there is a for the feedback from the people. There is a thing for feedback from the people.
Okay. So you have the hobbies of journaling. So how do you think that journaling will help you, or what you have learned from journaling that can help you in your civil service, or that can you implied in your civil service job?
Yes. So journaling is a activity that we do by writing. We write the day-to-day activities, our feelings and thoughts. So in this process, we increase the chances of our planning and execution of the work. As a civil servant, it is very important to plan everything and to execute the things at the proper time. So it also helps in time management, and it also creates a sense of discipline, and the sense of discipline is the most vital thing that every person and that who a civil servant should possess. It increases our chance for decreasing the error in our work, so it increases our productivity, and we can analyze our thoughts and reflect upon those thoughts and take the necessary actions which a civil servant should do.
So why do you think that you are best fit for this job?
Sir, I believe I have chosen this job as I have chosen this career because of the diverse fields I will get to work, and also I can work at the grassroots level. So I believe I am fit because I am hardworking, and I have the sense of love and compassion, sir, which is more important than empathy or sympathy. If we are looking at a poor, as a common man today, if I am looking at a poor, any person looking at a poor or a LGBTQAI community or any marginalized person, the first thing he will give money, only that much, or he can have a sympathy. But as civil servants, it is a greater step than that. That is a love and affection, compassion, sir. By compassion, we have to think how we can decrease the pain of that person, sir. That is the most important thing that the civil servant should have in order to decrease the pain, sir.
Prove that you are a hard work person. How I can know that you are a hard work person?
The very fact that I have reached this level in a very tough competitions, I believe I am a hardworking person, and daily situations also.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the answers. So I'll just give you the feedback. See, you have given all the answer correct. Whatever I have asked you, very calm and composed, your body language, the way you have presented is excellent. Okay, and you have given with smiling face. Only one question is controversial question. That also you have given in a straightforward manner, but you might have taken a diplomatic stand in that. That is the personal secretary, the CM, with the permission, it is for the development of the work, he can do it, but without violating the civil service rule. So that is more diplomatic, which is both safe for you also and for your answer also. But you have given, he should not break the civil service. That means you are telling that he have already break down so we have to cut the video again. So anyhow, excellent answer. I must say you have very good given all the answer perfectly, and also the way you have presented is excellent. Body language, facial expression, and apart from this, I have touched the international affairs, Russia, Ukraine, agriculture, forestry, then the current issue related to Odisha. You have, I think you have, you are ready for the battle. Okay, so I am expecting in the top 10 interview mark, I am expecting you. So definitely I wish you to see in the final rank list, and I am sure you will come in the final rank list. Expecting a class 1 job from this year from you. Okay, so all the best. Okay, and as per your this one performance today, so I am giving you 189 out of 250 for this interview. Okay, thank you so much. All the best. Okay, we are interview.